there is a paradox to wholeness. Whenever we are feeling incomplete or like we're lacking something, it is always an opportunity for us to return to wholeness. And whenever we are in a state of kind of homeostasis of like, I am feeling whole, I am feeling fulfilled, that's some of the best times in our lives to say, okay, if I'm feeling whole and full, I'm actually ready to face some of my challenges more now. I'm actually, I'm feeling like I'm in a good place to challenge myself more and open myself up more to where I still feel like I need more balance. So like the paradox is, the thing that's blocking us is sometimes feeling so good that it doesn't feel real, and feeling so incomplete that we don't believe in wholeness without completing a mission first. Does that make sense? Like we feel like we have something that we have to do or we have to become in order for us to accept our wholeness and to accept that sense of self that feels like I don't have to do anything. I don't have to do anything to be a better version of me. I'm already the best version of me. That's it. That's enough. The paradox here is wanting more and feeling enough. And I think the lesson that we're going to learn from Scorpio season is that our enoughness is not buried in the depths that we have to dive into. Our enoughness comes from the process of I'm approaching myself with love, and whatever I find here today will be greeted with love and will be greeted with acceptance. Our queerness, our depths and our shadows, our jealousy, our comparison with others, our aloneness, and our feeling like nobody understands me or nobody gets what I'm going through, our old beliefs that we're still trying to, shed or revitalize or just transform and alchemize into something else. Feeling that, just approaching those with love, with I am already enough, and it is from this enoughness that I can approach these things, that I can even begin to look at these things so that, because what our enoughness does, if you're feeling enough and whole the way that you are, and you are loving completely of yourself the way that you are, as you approach the ways that you want to change, as you approach the things that are bothering you, as you approach all of the situations that are making you feel icky or squishy, when you're coming from a place of enoughness, then you're not hinging on the change. Your enoughness isn't hinging upon whether or not you change immediately or whether or not you perfect yourself immediately. There's no conditional love there. There are no conditions to be met from the changes that you want to make. The changes get to be made at their own pace. You are still enough and whole as you move through them. It's like, just because you're a Scorpio and you have the stinger doesn't mean you have to use it all the time. You can be enough as you are and still find things that, that's a belief I need to kill. And maybe with one shot, I haven't killed it yet, but I'm gonna sit and watch the energy fade and see if I need to approach it again, or if it just kind of, you know, giving my attention to it does what it needs to do the first time. And I just feel at ease fully with my enoughness intact, with my acceptance of who I am and how I am intact. If that one time that I just dove to those depths and I let myself be there and came back gradually and continued to move through my surface and my depths with enoughness and a centered energy, if that allows whatever the thing is that you're like, that needs to go, whatever that is, to fall away easefully, peacefully. Conflict and confrontation, confronting what you want to change doesn't have to always feel like and be like, I'm killing something and it hurts. It can hurt and stretch you, and you can feel kind of like diving for the first time. You can feel the pain in your lungs or in your ears from the pressure of doing the thing for the first time, or maybe for the first time in a long time. You can feel that pressure, and that could be painful. You can feel the challenge in learning how to do things, the challenge in doing it a little bit at a time, when what you really want to do is just cut the head off the snake as fast as possible. You want to go and get down to that buried treasure as fast as possible. I know I'm not using all of my hands to touch you. I'm sorry. That can feel painful. The desire to do it like that is such a Scorpio thing. Such a Scorpio thing to want and to crave.